I am experiencing what appears to be a series of dreams and revelations regarding human dignity. One of the dreams was in an airport, and it concerned the babies in the womb and their mothers and the harm that's being experienced by contraceptives and abortion. In another dream, I was traveling again, and in this particular dream, I overheard a conversation. There were some people talking, and they were talking about population control and human experimentation. And in that conversation, of course, abortion was involved, but it also surrounded human trafficking and things like that. And as I overheard that conversation, it was a man and two ladies talking in a corridor. I don't know if it was a train station or an airport or something like that. And so as I overheard that conversation, then I was shifted into another conversation. And in that conversation, there were some people who were trying to combat human trafficking and human experimentation, and that was more of the human dignity issue. And then I know at that point I was dreaming, and in the dream, it was unusual for me to have gone to a late term abortion facility to get an abortion because I'm 63 years old and I believe I'm certainly past childbearing age. But I was at this facility and they ushered me in and began to prep me to give me an abortion. And it seems as though I was a willing participant at first. But as I was there and I looked all around me, I realized it wasn't just an abortion meal, but there were other kinds of things going on, people in lab coats and masks, and there was technology that I didn't recognize. And I began to have second thoughts about having this abortion that I was there for. And so even though they had prepped me and done something to my body and my cervix for the first part of the procedure, I asked, could I go to the restroom? And so the person who was prepping me and preparing me said, well, sure, there's one right here. I said, but it looks like I saw someone go in that one. Let me go to another one. And so I said, I'll just carry my purse and things with me if you don't mind. I feel a little more comfortable with that. So I went out and I went into a corridor and I escaped the facility. And as I escaped the facility, I realized that some people were following me, trying to get me to come back, but I did get away. And as I got away, that's when I began on my journey to escape from there. I began to hear all of these other human trafficking kinds of conversations, and I became very aware around me that there was a lot more to what we call in America the abortion industry than just abortions or just the harmful birth control that they give people. The dream shifted, and I was at another location, and there was a woman who had rescued a lot of young people, and she had hidden them away in a house that I used to live in. And in this house, one of the men from my past was involved in the dream and assisting in the rescue. And I went and I saw all these people who had been victims of human trafficking, and they were being hidden away to try to. There were some forces who wanted to keep them in human trafficking, and there were some forces who wanted to rescue them from human trafficking. And it wasn't clear what their outcome was going to be. And they were males and females. Many Caucasians I saw in that facility. At the time, also, my car broke down and caught on fire, and I escaped out of the fire. So there were transportation issues. All these things surrounded either trains, airplanes, automobiles. So there's a lot going on in the world right now, fighting and trying to combat human dignity. and it does involve human sexuality, young adults, children, older people, and there's just so much going on that we don't understand and we don't see. And so I thought that it was important for me to record some of these dreams and revelations. Part one, of course, was the first one of recent history, where I was in the airport, and you can also hear that. And then this one is part two. If other information or dreams become apparent, then I will certainly share those as well. This is in the month of December. Both the Dream 1 came at the end of November 2013, and Dream 2, now this is early in the month of December 2013. Of course, we're about to go into 2014, the anniversary of the United States Civil Rights Act. That again deals with human dignity. And so I believe that we need to be awake, alert, and aware of those things that are occurring around us. Dr. Alveda King.